So yeah, pretty crazy. But I own those lines a lot more. I felt like even more so, and it was just more fun because I was all over the place in that film.
Mantener esa cordura que tiene el oficial el Cherry allí, en tener la osadía y la capacidad de poder comprender a un asesino o de comprender a una persona que es toda maniática. Sabemos que Liu es el antagonista de todo, pero cómo él que trascendió de la evolución de todo, cómo pudo en esta película tener la capacidad de comprender al asesino, sobre todo, qué diferencia o qué estilo hay en lo que va del corto a la película. Me pareció genial.
Y le voy a decir otra cosa. Okay, before I ask the question that is amazing, I have to tell you because it's surreal. The last movie I watched was that documentary of Bears Wars movie, and I have to congratulate you, man, because I'm not the person that's saying that. Also, the people at NDV, they are praising your interpretation in Texas Cotton, man. And you're acting alongside, I mean, Liu is amazing, is freaking amazing. And the question is, how do your character, how do your character maintain that? I don't know, doesn't get crazy and insane talking with the bad, el malo. How do you do it? And man, really, congratulations. That is a really mature acting. I don't know, and you know it. It's a very different movie. It's a great movie. And as a movie fan, and as I just watched that documentary, I had to congratulate you because I remember that in the documentary you said that I want to add, I want serious roles, and man, you committed.
Wow. Yeah, what an honor to talk to you guys about Texas Cotton first, because like all small independent films, it gets lost amongst all the other films that are made in the world today, and so it's just one of many. But Tyler Russell, who wrote and directed Texas Cotton, really wanted to give me the opportunity to really get in front of the camera more than anything I had done before, with any other roles that I've had, because other than, of course, Troll 2, but for the most part, most of the roles that I've ever played were cameo roles. In other words, just a 1 day or 2 day, maybe 3 day shoot. I did shoot in Germany in a movie called Under Control with Eva Haberman, of course, that then joined me in Cyst later on. But when I got to shoot with Texas Cotton, it was a big game changer for me because I was working, like you said, with incredible actors. I mean, I'm a general dentist doing this as a hobby on the side, but for the most part, working with Lou and Gene Jones and Jason Douglas and Judd Lorman. If you just Google any of those names I just said, you'll see that these guys are in front of the camera quite often. So it was a super honor for me to be able to experience that with them. Yeah. Working with Gene Jones was one real special moment in my life because if you watch Texas Cotton, I'm in a lot of scenes with Gene, but the main one-on-one scene with him was at a dinner table, and we, are talking, and that was about a 7 or 8 hour shoot that day with him at that table, and I was in awe working with a true thespian, someone that has worked with Tarantino and all that, but more than anything, working with Lou too, my sidekick in Texas Cotton. There in the car scene that was shot at 2 a.m. in the morning. I went to 2 or 3 in the morning with him, and my neck got so tired looking over to the right because he's sitting in the car to the right of me. I'm driving the car, and my neck got. He really took care of me as a friend, an actor, and coached me along the way. And I had a lot of coaching along with it, but I just knew that I needed to really jump into the character of what Tyler had written, where I play, police chief and officer. So I just kind of went into that mode of working with it. And sooner or later, the fake gun on my hip pretty much became, that I had to become that character. So it was a 3-week shoot. And my first week was in scenes just with myself. There are 57 scenes in Texas Cotton, and I was in 56 of 57 scenes. So for me, it was like being back in dental school, studying, like I used to learn the lines. And it took me 3 months to prepare for the lines, and so I owned them, but I owned them more in Cyst, which you haven't seen yet, but I really own my lines in Cyst. So that's another whole different animal to talk about. But no, back to Texas Cotton. Working with Gene was just a thrill, and what a good friend he has been with me. And so yeah, I just had to feel like I wanted to stay true to the character. So thank you for saying that. And this is cool because it's the first real interview I've ever had specifically about Texas Cotton, because it was a lot of work, Yeah.
Es la primera entrevista que hace George después de haber estrenado Texas Cotton. Siéntete orgulloso porque Texas Cotton se estrenó hace tiempo. Debo decir también, tengo que decir esto porque si no enloqueces. La escena de manejo con Lou Temple,
sí.
Él quedó lastimado del cuello. Se hizo a las 2 de la mañana. La escena con Jim Jones, esa magnífica escena, tú sabes, la conversación en la mesa. 8 horas grabando. Fue increíble porque ellos dos fueron los, digamos, como una especie como de coach ahí de actuación. Wow. Yo estoy sorprendido porque, yo, como te lo dije, yo acabo de ver el documental de Best Worst Movie y él dice que él deseaba volver a actuar y pues si uno ve ese trabajo a lo que hizo en esta película, de las 57 escenas que tiene Texas Cotton, 56 son con George, o sea, es un trabajo increíble y no lo decimos nosotros. Cualquiera, tú lees las críticas y dicen de las mejores actuaciones que he visto. Pero ve con Cyst porque él siente que no hemos visto Cyst y no.
Sí, lo hemos visto. Sí, lo hemos visto. Habla. Además de que es como volver al recuerdo de las películas de los 60, porque es una historia de los 60, pero parece una película grabada en los 60. Es decir, todo ese manejo que se realiza. Además, yo vi en una crítica no mala, buena, que dice, ¿será que esta película alguna vez la presenciaremos en el futuro? ¿Qué piensa George de esto? Entonces, mi pregunta a ello es, ¿qué piensas tú de esta película? ¿Llegará a impactar algo en el futuro? Y también, ¿cómo fue esa trascendencia del 60 y recordarla como es ahora?
No, in fact, John has watched this. I really need to watch this. You have to forgive me that. But you haven't watched the documentary, so we are close, face to face. Okay. You know that Cyst is a movie that really looked like a 60s fleet, but reading the commentaries, the people said, how, oh no, what will we think in the future when we watch this movie? What do you think that the people out know the next 10 years, the next 20 years will say watching Cyst? Because it's like a refresh from those old days. And then I know that you say that it's a different monster of movies, so tell us about Cyst.
Yeah. Have you all seen the movie yet? You have not, right?
No, John has watched the movie. I'm not, but John, ¿dónde viste Cyst? Tienes que decirlo.
Yo la vi.
No te cree.
No, ¿cómo así? Yo la vi en una página que se llama OK Radio. Esa sí la publicaron y luego claro.
He watched it on a page called OK Radio. They published it and John watched it. I need to watch it. You have to forgive me, but John has watched that movie. In fact, you can ask everything about that movie to John and he will answer.
Yeah, that is crazy. I had a blast playing that character. So for the listening audience that's not seen, well, it hasn't come out yet. It is actually out in Germany because Eva produced the film. Eva Haberman, who is from Germany, that played my sidekick. She's the nurse in Cyst and the lead actress and the lead of the film. And so it's been released in Germany, in Europe so far, but not in the United States yet or worldwide. But just only in, I think, 3 countries. I think France, Germany, and Austria. But Yeah, that was truly literally a blast playing that because I go crazy in the film. And so, yes, it is kind of in the United States. There was in the 1960s, there was a Twilight Zone, which Rod Sterling was the host of. And it's a very Twilight Zone type of film that Tyler put together. And he made it look, with that kind of feel to it, which is 1960s and very dated. So, yeah, I was a dermatologist in the 1960s, creating the first laser ever used on patients. Right. So, yeah, pretty crazy. But I own those lines a lot more. I felt like even more so. And it was just more fun because I was all over the place in that film.
In fact, John is writing me and he asked me to say that as a proof that he watched the movie. He said,
yeah,
this sounds more funny in Spanish than in English, but said, I remember that Greg Sestero was cheated from fear. He was so scared in the movie. That proves that he watched it. So
yeah, Greg just came through my hometown about 3 weeks ago, and he stayed at my here, and he's on the road doing his tour for Miracle Valley in the Room. He's going all over the world, really, doing it now that things have calmed down with the COVID. But he came through. But we had more fun talking about shooting that film. Greg has played a great part in that. He's one of the patent attorneys in the film, as you know. So, yeah. And then we brought back several of the actors from Texas Cotton into Cyst. As you know, there was 3. There was myself, 4 of us. There was myself, Gene Jones, and Terry Bennett, who played the lady with the cyst, the monster on her, and then Jason Douglas. So, and also Torrin, the janitor. You'll see a lot of familiar faces in both films. If you watch it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. You still? I have to ask you because I watched the documentary. You're still in Alabama?
Yeah. I'm still in Alabama. Yep.
Yes. Man, I really.
You have to come visit.
No, I really. It will be a pleasure, and you have to visit, of course, Cucuta, Colombia. But no, yeah. I really enjoyed that documentary, man. But we will continue later. John, aquí también rompo la promesa. De hecho, Greg Sestero lo estuvo visitando hace poco. Él sigue en Alabama, o sea, George sigue en Alabama, la ciudad donde él siempre ha estado, lo que me parece increíble. Sí, dice que hay bastantes personas acá obviamente, de Texas Cotton. Tú sabes que hay 4 actores de Texas Cotton en la película. Dice que, tú sabes muy bien, es la historia de cómo un científico se creó el primer láser, ¿no? O sea, es una locura. Y lo usó en no. Dice que es un monstruo de película. Dice que aquí me tienes que decir sí o no. ¿Sientes que es la película donde George más se ha apoderado de un papel? Porque él dice que es el mejor papel que ha hecho en su carrera.
De hecho, puedes decir que supera un poco la de Texas Cotton, pero aún así George demuestra esa rudeza, pero más bien esa rudeza de no de susto, sino como de quiero como que vivir un poco más.
Yo creo que tienes que hacer una reseña. In fact, I asked him to John, because you say that you feel that you own that part. How do you feel about that part? John said that he really enjoyed it even little more than Texas Cotton, because you feel like not this scared, but I really need to solve these things. I really need to do that.
También está una película que la verdad me interesa mucho que hable sobre ella, que es Team Massacre. Team Massacre es genialísima porque trata sobre lo que es el tema de que Edwin Edward, que es el papel de George, como que torna como esa manera en que a veces las bebidas, habla un poco sobre ese tema de las bebidas, como que entera. O sea, la idea es que ese personaje trata como que de advertir cómo él interpreta como actor y todo eso, que a veces las películas tratan como que de advertirnos o como de estar alerta. ¿Qué piensas sobre ese tipo de películas que lo ayudan a uno como a pensar, a tener ese concepto de que, ¿qué voy a hacer en esto? ¿Qué recomienda yo? ¿Lo que sugiere al respecto?
También debo preguntarle porque fue el gran combat después de muchos años. Okay, we are going to talk. I had to ask you first that this is your comeback. We're talking about the Street Team Massacre because it's a bit lot of time since I don't know, since Rolls at least watching in your IMDb, and John wants to know this movie is like a warning movie, some kind, talking about the world of the dreams. How do you feel that the message of this movie can brought out to the people? Because yes, it's a movie, it's entertainment, but also has like a warning. Tell us about Street Team Massacre, man.
Yeah. It's been so long. I filmed that with Michael Stevenson in Los Angeles. Wow, at a park, I think, and they used pictures of me in the film. But God, that was done. Wow, 12, 15 years ago, maybe 12 years ago. And I remember Lloyd Kaufman is in that film. And I'm in about 3 or 4 films with him. I've never met him, but he's in a lot of films that I'm in.
In fact, I watched House of Forbidden Secrets. He appears in that.
Yeah.
In the very few research scenes, I remember that. And you were with that director many times, but still talking, man. Keep talking.
Sheets, yes. Yeah. And Lou was in that film also. So we've been in a couple, 2 or 3 films together. So I just don't remember it's been so long since I've watched Street Team Massacre. It's been a while. So I do remember the gist of it was about a drink if you kill the world or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Dice que no recuerda, fue mucho tiempo, y sí, fue hace 12 años, lo que me parece increíble. Sí hay un dato buenísimo, ¿no? De las 3 o 4 películas donde él ha actuado con Lloyd Kaufman, porque tú sabes que Lloyd Kaufman sale en House of Forbidden Secrets también, nunca se han visto, nunca han hablado. O sea, es gracioso porque han estado en 4 cintas, pero no se han visto. Pero hay que aclarar algo, ¿no? Acá sale también nuestro querido amigo Lou, y Lou ha estado en 3 cintas con George. Si esto no es el indicativo para hacer un homenaje a Lou, no lo es nunca. Pero
no,
dale,
se lo merece eso. No, de hecho te lo dejo a ti.
This is difficult because watching the documentary, I was thinking, did I ask him? But mostly, you know that we are going to talk about that movie. If it was in Latin America, it's crazy because became a cult movie now in these years, because there is a lot of people that still creating content about Troll 2. I don't know if you want to talk about Troll 2, man, but let me tell you, but I really want to talk about the documentary. It's considered one of the best documentaries of the last years. This is not me talking. It's for example, the Page Radio Music got it on the best 100 films of that year, of 2009. So yeah. I don't want to ask you about Troll 2. I don't know if you want to talk, but I want to ask you about the documentary. How do you feel? Keep coming together with the full team, traveling, the discovering, I don't know, the call, because even in Latin America, we talk about Troll 2. It's crazy. Tell us about the documentary. If you want to talk about Troll 2, go ahead. But we will force you. We won't force you.
I think that's why the documentary was made. I think you just said it. You know, you're in a foreign, whatever you want to call it, all over the world, really. People love and embrace Troll 2 when they watch it for the first time. It's almost life-changing. If you've got a good sense of humor, you're going to love Troll 2. It's just an endearing, great film. And with Greg Sestero here with me 3 weeks ago, you know, we were talking about really bad, so bad they're good movies. And that's kind of what led me to being all these other cameos, which eventually led to me to play leads in films. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, Troll 2 is just going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life. And it's taken me to parts all over the world. You know, I've been to Dubai and England and London. When we made Best Worst Movie, the documentary about Troll 2, we filmed that in, it took us 3 years to make the documentary, about 2.5, 3 years. And we filmed that in 28 American cities and 7 or 8 foreign countries. So it was an incredible wild ride. I really, now that I go back, you know, 15 years ago, 10, 12, 15 years ago. I think it was in 2009 or 8 that we did started it. It's just it was a wild ride, and it's changed my life really. I mean, to even have an interview like right now with somebody from Colombia, in the world, it's really cool. And so this led me to about 10 to 15 more films doing the documentary, and Michael Stevenson did a great job putting that together and editing that. Michael played my son in Troll 2. So yeah, and I try to stay in touch with Claudio and Rosella. We'd love to maybe do a sequel, but that's, we could say it's in or in out of the works, but we're talking about trying to do something like that. I don't know. This many years, I made Troll 2. I was in Troll 2, let's say, and when I was 34, and now I'm 67. So, God, 33 years ago, right? Wow. So it's been a few years since that, but we still have quite a few of the cast members around. I think the only thing we lost, the drugstore owner and the sheriff, Gene Freak, and but yeah, I think the rest of the team is doing pretty well. Deborah, the Queen's health is under the weather, but other than that, we're all hanging in there.
I'm speechless. John, tell me that. Yes, give us a hi to the channel, to Colombia, and yes, invite us. If you got a project that is coming ahead, go ahead. Tell us about your next project. Tell us your social media. Yeah. We want to ask you to say that famous phrase because you maybe are tired to say it, so don't say it. But
no. I mean, just be excited for Cyst to come out. That'll be exciting. I worked with another director, Mickey Reese, recently on another film out of Nashville, which I don't know if it's gonna get down to Colombia, but it was fun shooting with Mickey, another director. I don't think I made the movie. Was they brought me in after the film was already made. They wanted me to be in their film, and so they wrote a part in for me. But then when they got everything together, they edited it. My little part didn't make it. But it was just a little one-day shoot, like I said before, about doing some of these independent films. But it's called Country Gold, and I might make the cut. What do you call the extras in that on the DVD? But yeah, it was really fun shooting that and working with Mickey. But Tyler Russell and I are always thinking of ideas and ways to make more film, and he's got some ideas cooking. And then Greg Sestero and I have been talking about doing some work together. I'd love to work with him. It's so nice, by the way, talking about that was really interesting to meet him for the first time when we filmed Cyst. Greg and I had talked on the phone some, but not to physically be in each other's presence was really interesting, because Greg and I both experienced the same thing, being in the 2 movies that are worldwide cults films. Him, of course, being in The Room, and me in Troll 2. And we both, have been recognized for that. And Greg's more of an actor, model type guy. Here I'm practicing dentistry next door, but no, Greg and I kind of want to do something together sometime. So, and even I'd love to work with Eva again. And Tiffany Shepis was just fantastic to work with, and Texas Cotton. She's a scream queen. I'd love to work with her. And of course, Judd Lorman, he's an impeccable actor. Any day I could work with Gene Jones again. I'm over the top, but I just have been so honored to work with, what they call B-list actors. I'll put them on the A-list. No, I think a lot of those B-list, they're better than I won't call it
B-lists. I will call it like really underappreciated actors, man. I mean, Gene Jones. I mean, Greg Sestero. I mean, they are underappreciated. They're amazing actors that
they are.
You watch the jury and say, why they are not? But that's the reason, and I think so thankful with John, because in his channel he got Lou, he got you, man. We got 10 minutes. Please say a hi to the channel, to Colombia. Say some social media.
Colombia. Oh, I want to come down there. I
Please
would
come.
love to get to Medellin. Just I would love to come down and visit you and see your beautiful country. I've met some other dentists from Colombia. I hope you all have been safe during COVID. It's been crazy here in the United States, but it's getting more like back to normal, although this new variant's kind of a little worrisome. But for the most part, we are enjoying looking at filming more. And I've got two beautiful daughters. They live on the West Coast of America. They would love to say hello to Colombia too. Lily and Lindsay, they're 38 and 28, and they live out there. My daughter Lily's into modeling, and she has her own modeling agency company.
I have to ask you, what of your daughters are the ones that appear on the documentary right in the beginning that you draw her to the school?
That's Lily.
Really?
Yeah,
say hi to Lily.
I will. You're a sweetheart. Lily was 15 when we made that, and now she's 28, or about to be 29. So you can see that it was made quite a bit back, But no, Lily's a beautiful person, and I think she's Lillian Hardy on Instagram. Lillian Hardy on Instagram, and then Lindsay has a 6-year-old now and lives in San Marcos, California, and so. Yeah, so I'm very fortunate to have these two beautiful girls in my life, and my parents that are in Best Worst Movie, they both passed away, unfortunately, in 19.
I love them on that movie. You look like in fact, I have to tell you this. Recently, I got my cordials. They took it out. How amazing it will be that you will be my dentist. I mean, I didn't know that you are a dentist. I saw you in that movie. Oh man,
you gotta come. You gotta come up and I'll clean your teeth. Anybody that wants to have their teeth cleaned from Colombia, come on up. We'll clean you. I'll clean you for free.
I will translate.
You make it all the way up from Colombia.
John dice que tú sabes que él es dentista, que él atiende, nos atendería en cualquier lugar de Alabama. Nos dio el Instagram. La niña que aparece en el documental ahora es una modelo, nos los dio ahí después. Say your social media, please. Where we can follow you.
Yeah, George Hardy Official on Instagram. It's just George Hardy Official after my name, and then George Hardy on Facebook. So yeah, I'd love for anybody to follow me. That'd be great. I'd love that. And then of course, I think Texas Cotton and Best Worst Movie. I am terrible with all this, how to do it all.
No, you're amazing. In the movie you did an amazing work promoting. Oh my God, that was crazy. You going to the festivals and then to all the venues that pass the movie. No, you're amazing. And man, I'm still speechless. I just wanna say not only thank you to you, thank you, Tyler. I mean, you bring that. I saw that movie and I kid like what? Not because it's like Greg says, you watch Troll 2 or you watch The Room, but sometimes we don't think that, my God, that's a diamond in a row. And then we watch it shine in this performance. I mean, Lou is a friend of the channel. Hi, Lou. And Lou's an amazing actor, and you're working alongside those beats, and you nailed it. I watched.
Wow.
John, you watch that performance, you say, "Oh my God, it's toe to toe." No man, thanks to Tyler, thanks to Greg, thanks to Lou.
Thank you so much. This means an awful lot to me because we just have not gotten that much feedback from Texas Cotton. Just like I said, an independent film like that gets kind of lost in the sea of other films. But it's not a bad little film. It really is. I was pleased with how they edited my character in that, and I was, to stay true to the character, and it really was a great time working with all those actors. I loved working with Tiffany Shepis, the Scream Queen. Terry Bennett is fantastic. All the people that Tyler pulled together, he just did such a great job with it all. I hope you can interview Tyler. It'd be great for you to interview him. I'd make that connection for you if you want to, and just talk to him about some of the films he's made. He's got an incredible imagination.
John will die.
Yeah.
John, George nos va a hacer el favor de pasarnos a Taylor Russell. Tú sabes, John has died. John, man, le puedes preguntar todo lo que quieras de Texas Cotton y de Cyst y de los proyectos.
I've been taking pictures of y'all as well because I'm going to send them to Tyler and Eva. I would like to set y'all up with interviews with Eva and Tyler. And once Cyst comes out, then let's have another interview. You would love it. We'll get several of us on the Zoom call. Yeah.
John.
So,
I will tell to John. John, no solo nos va a contactar con Tyler, con Eva Haberman, y desea que cuando sí salga, porque sí se está en Europa, ¿sabes? Cuando sí se esté en Estados Unidos, desea hacer la rueda de prensa de CIS con nosotros. No mueras.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gracias.
Okay.
Maestro.
Gracias, maestro.
So help me out. I have a question to ask you. Tell me, does this Zoom call go, or is this for you record and then you present it to? Is it a program? You do a podcast or something?
This goes to a YouTube channel. In fact, John, you can share it. But if you want a copy, go ahead. It's an honor, John. Él nos pregunta que esto que va. Le dije que obviamente a YouTube, pero si desea una copia.
No, te enviaré una copia para que lo puedas subir.
John will send, you will send a copy to this interview, and of course, we will tell you when we upload it to our YouTube channel. It's a small channel, man, but we are proud of it.
That's great. Thank you so much for this again. Have a great evening. I've got to come to Columbia. Let's stay in touch. Come visit me in Alabama.
Yes, yes. Thank you, doctor. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.